Hello and welcome, Brett here with ClickMill.co. In this video, I want to give you a description and a brief definition of the types of resources that you have at your disposal that God has entrusted you with as a ministry leader or Christian entrepreneur. So with that, you have resources and you only have so many. Um, and so a few of these resources, for example, are uh, your time. And your time is your most valuable resource. We'll come back to that a little bit. We actually touch on that in some other courses to better use time. But we have time as a resource that God has given us to steward. We have obviously some amount of financial resources. And um, one of the interesting thing about financial resources is it's not really the most important resource. Every big ministry started as a small ministry and they were broke and they had no money. So, so obviously you can do a lot without the financial resources. Um, Interestingly, also, you can always get more money. So, maybe that's something we'll talk about more in future videos. But you have time, you obviously have financial resources. Those are the most commonly known ones, but you also have energy. Okay, so your physical ability to move around and do things, whatever, lifting things, moving things, you're setting up, if you're, in a ministry, you're setting up for worship, you're walking with someone as you go to the coffee shop to, pray with them. If you're in business, you're moving things around, so you have a specific amount of energy every day, and this can be higher or lower for people based on their age or their health. Um, so energy, now generally energy replenishes every day. So that's good. Um, Similar to energy, I might say attention, and I'm separating these two. You have physical energy, and then you have sort of mental attention. And so for me, I'm a bookworm, if you haven't figured this out already, and I like reading, but I also recognize that there is, an attention limit. And if I get up to the end of it, I'm just reading and I don't even remember anything that's read. So I can do a whole bunch of reading and feel like doing something physically with energy in my body and move around because I'm feeling pent up, but I'm totally tired in my brain. So these are different things. These are different experiences. That's just, I didn't make that up, by the way. I'm just telling you my experience of that. So we've kind of have our ability to focus and write a lesson or think critically or make hard decisions, which is actually the next one as well. But we have a limited amount of mental attention or energy, whatever you're going to call it, and then you have a physical, and both of those replenish every day. So your attention, you're good to go the next day so long as you take good care of yourself. So um, the next one is actually the ability to make decisions. Decisions takes a tremendous amount of energy and effort, and as you'll see, the more we go through this course and the courses here at ClickMill, you're going to begin to find that as you start working yourself out of the day-to-day sort of maintaining of the ministry and um, the tasks that keep your business going day to day, and you start getting interns under you, staff under you, and you start delegating a lot of this or automating a lot of this, and you remove yourself from it as the leader, as the person who's, kind of responsible for the growth, and you get yourself out of those day-to-day things and you actually focus on the growth, you're going to find you spend a lot of time making decisions. I'm finding this more and more in my own life, where we've got interns here from all over the world. They're awesome. They do amazing work. And most of my time is just spent making sure they know what they're doing and deciding what they should be doing and what I should be helping them with. And so there's a lot of decisions. Well, high performing people run up against what is called decision fatigue, where they run out of that sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, the mental energy or the attention. It's painful to make decisions. You're cutting off. And they they run up against a wall where they're just like, you know what, I cannot make any more decisions today. And so decisions and decision fatigue is a limited resource. Now, again, that replenishes every day. You wake up and you take care of yourself and you're good to go for the next day. But that is also limited. So what I want to point out is if you have these resources and you only have a limited amount of them, then you have to choose how to allocate these resources every day. And that's what this course is going to be about. Where do you put them? And how do you know where to put them, I guess, is the question. And the way that we're going to approach this issue of resource allocation is very similar to what we might see in the study of investing. And don't check out. I know that's not going to be a common approach for a lot of people in ministry who want to make a difference in the kingdom. But if you think about this, investing's all over the Bible. What does it mean when it says that God entrusted the three men, one with 1 talent, one with 3 talent, one with 5 talents? What does that mean? He gave them something to invest, right? Now, in that example, the example given in scripture is actually the use of money. A talent is 20 years' wage. So he's using an investment analogy or parable, I guess, to make a point about how they use their lives. Well, what did they do? One of them was afraid and took all of the things that God gave him to steward and buried it in the ground because he was afraid of failing, essentially. Well, the other two took a risk. And what'd they do? They put that gift, whatever it is that God gave them. And we're talking about our resources, time, energy, money, attention, decisions, all these things we get. And they put those to work for the kingdom. They invested them for the kingdom. And then when Jesus showed up, what happened? They had a return on their investment. And the whole time he's using money as the analogy there in the parable. So in the same way that is used in the scripture, we can use investing in real life to actually learn how to invest our efforts to create more fruit in the kingdom, so that when you meet Jesus and when I meet Jesus, we're actually going to be able to say, look, you gave me this much and I'm giving you twice as much, or whatever. And the goal with these resources is not even you gave me 5 talents, here I give you 10 back. Okay, so this guy doubled his talents. What the Bible also says that when seeds are planted, some will come up and produce 160 or 30 times what was sown. Well, why do I want to say you gave me 5, here's 10? I want to say you gave me 5, here's 500 back. And that's the goal. But we have to know how to invest the resources that we're given. And so as we go through the next lessons in this course, we're going to be looking at how do you not just make a good decision or a godly decision, how do you make the best good decision? Because if I can invest the resources God has given me into, let's say, you, and I know you're going to produce 100 times return, 60 or 30, or I could go and invest them over here, but I know that's going to produce 2 times return, and I only have so much, short of God just saying, go put them in the thing that produces less, I'm going to put them in the thing that produces more. And so that's what we're going to try to help you to discover in this course. So with that, thank you so much for being here. This is a breakdown on the resources that you have and how we're going to look at investing them to create fruit in the kingdom. I'll see you in the very next video. God bless.